This is a set of arm braces for the DJI FPV. It costs only $20. It weighs about 40 grams, which is like 4 tiny quail eggs. So it doesn't really affect the flying dynamics of the drone. And in the very likely event of a crash, I think this particular accessory is worth every penny, and it is the best upgrade that you will ever do to your DJI FPV. Let me tell you why. Now, reason number one is that the arms of the DJI FPV aren't very strong. Crashing at any angle will almost certainly cause the arms to break off. And if you accidentally roll it, you could even take out more than one arm, which is what happened to me. The second problem is this: the DJI FPV is not as modular as DJI claims, and these kind of damages, you can't really repair them immediately in the field. Well, you can definitely get a stick of glue and glue it back together, provided the wires are still intact. But even then, you'll still need to let the glue sit for at least a day or two to create a good bond. And all this means is that if you do crash your DJI FPV, you won't be flying it again for the rest of the day, or at least for a couple more days if you decide to glue it back together, or until you send it into the repair center for repairs. And that means you won't be flying your drone for at least a couple of weeks. Now, I think $20 is not very expensive for a set of braces like these if they can keep you flying after a crash. These braces are not very difficult to install. Pop it in on one end, do the same on the other end, and then screw in the attachment to secure the braces. DJI even gives you a hex tool to install it properly. And perhaps DJI should have included these braces when you purchase their FPV, because this is what happens when you crash your DJI FPV with the braces on. Now let's see that again in slow motion. Now, that first contact on the ground would have ripped off one of the rear arms of the FPV, and this second roll here would have definitely ripped off the front right arm. But quite incredibly, the DJI FPV survived the entire ordeal. And when it landed, I was pretty chuffed that it came out with only some deep scratches on the propellers, which probably needs some replacing, and that was about it. That was the only damage. Considering how much the DJI FPV costs, $20 is a very small fee to pay, and I think these braces are definitely worth every penny. Plus, I also think that DJI should have included these as standard with this particular drone. And it is a huge shame they didn't. So what do you think about the braces? Do you have them? Do you think they affect your flight? Have you crashed with them? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave us a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing so you can stay tuned for more videos like these. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.